What is going on, everybody? Good morning. We are here working our way through our Sunday round here. So let me take a quick look and get going here. Beautiful rainy day. Beautiful rainy day here in Chicago. So that's always nice because it makes me feel good about having a sim. Okay, so which is always a good thing too. So we're gonna play at we're playing at Abacoa Golf Club here. So one thing we're gonna do today, as I'm just checking everything out, making sure we're good to go. One thing we are going to do today, we are going to play with putting. Okay, so we are going to putt today. So with that said, what that means is I don't putt much, if I'm being completely honest. So we'll see how that goes. But big thing I want to focus on today is, you know, just making some good decisions. So this is around with the tour, the Simulator Golf Tour. So again, it's a putting round. I think the greens are like 11, so they're a little fast. Sunday morning, this is how I get going. I also like to track the cals because I'm being very conscious about that of late. But we're going to go with a 4-iron off the tee. So what we're looking at is you got to kind of weigh the options. You know, I want to be in the fairway. It's a lot easier to play from the fairway, and at like 250, you see how narrow that gets. So, you know, I just, there's the reward to get it out there is going to make, I think, life a little bit tougher, right? And what I'm going to see is, okay, especially on the first swing of the day, like I have not warmed up, but what you want to see is, can I just get going in a round, right? Like, it's okay to just say, hey, I want to get off to a good start, so maybe I'm going to play a little bit less, you know, optimally than like what you would think, right? Like, so that's a big thing. One of the things that would happen, I got a 7-iron here, again, club path way left right now. Did we get in the bunker? Oh, we did. So one of the things we have to do is sometimes you just have to get started. You know, if you make a par, you make a bogey, it's okay. Just don't make a real big number or something that ruins your round. You don't have to birdie the first and all that. So we got a 30-yard bunker shot. So we get to use the bunker mates here. So as we take a look at this, I'm going to, let's see. It's a downhill lie. It's going to come out left. So, you know, so this, you got to think if the ball's above my feet. So it's going to come out left. I'm going to play it like a bunker shot. I've really enjoyed this. So for this, it's a little bit longer shot. So actually 30 yards. What I'm going to do is switch to I have a 55 degree. It's going to come out a little lower. Shouldn't have as much spin, but it's a lot easier to cover the distance. And especially on a shot like that, I'm trying to get the ball to release a little bit. So that's a good option to have. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So now we're going to putt. So when you're putting, I tried it last night, and I've talked about it. I'm not much of a putter. You know, it's not my favorite thing to do. Just from the standpoint that I don't really think it helps, right? Like, am I going to be a better putter putting here? Not really. I've got this this new Perfect Practice mat. I love this thing. It's such a simple setup. I've got the other one too still. I've moved it, but for a smaller space, it's perfect. So, little 10-footer, not really sure. So, honestly, I have no idea how hard to hit them. The stimp is at 11. Okay, so we just learned something there. Okay, so that ball traveled like 19 feet, right? So I need to hit this next one as hard. There we go. So we're gonna have to get the speed dialed in, just like I would in a normal round. Just like I would in a normal round. Try to get it dialed in. See if we can dial it up and get going. Par 5. All right. So here's a situation where I would like to send it. My miss tends to be to the right with the driver. So we'll go from there. And if you have questions, everything, I do have the chat up, so you can ask away. All right, here we go. So we're going driver. Going to try to send this, you know, straight or to a little bit to the right. Or hit it terribly. So par 5, let's talk a little bit about the last round, or the last hole to this hole. You know, why am I sending it? Well, there's actually like a little bit of reward to what's going on, and you can see like I can hit the drive terrible and it's still okay, right? Like I'm going to just hit it up there now. You know, you're trying to take it. It's almost like a risk reward. It's like, all right, let's see what we get. Especially for me, I don't tend to hit it left, so there's not a ton of risk for me. And what you're looking at is, all right, hey, and this is a 4-iron, just advancing it, trying to cover like 180 yards out of the rough. 180 yards would be good or so. But you're trying to, you know, you're trying to just give yourself the chance, and if you do, then great. If you don't, it's okay, because you just lay it up, and now it's like I'm just sitting here and I've hit a good drive on a par 4, and I'm just hanging out in the fairway. And I'm just feeling like, all right, I'm still in a great spot to attack. That's a pitching wedge. Did push it a little bit, face a little open. Not all the way there. Okay. So I'm a little bit short. So we got to keep that going too. So we got to play some yardages. We got to make some adjustments. And let's take a look at the putting. All right, so this will be a challenge. First time putting here. Jim Lynch says next stop Shanksville. Bogey train. Can't be on the bogey train when you've only played one hole. That makes no sense. All right, 38. Let's see. So we've got the putt. Now I do get this. I don't get all of my putts. Like I'll get like one that doesn't read, and then I reload it, and then it reads. I have a feeling it has something to do with how my putter, like if I'm, it's kind of like how with the Garmin. So 38. Uh-oh. Trying out our round. Putting. Don't fail me now. You were working pretty good. And then, yeah, I agree with the putting. I never putt. Like I say, you watch most of the rounds. I don't really putt a whole lot. I don't. It's not just a Mevo thing for me. For me, it's a sim thing. I don't putt good on any sim. And actually, I don't do it, you know, for me, the real reason, you know, other than, again, it's like, hey, I don't, you know, do I really want to do it? And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot more time to play around when you're putting, that's for sure. But, like, if it's, I find that it makes me a worse putter, right? Like, because I just get up here And all I'm trying to do, yeah, mine doesn't roll that fast, Tom. Mine's definitely a lot slower, so it's a little harder to tell. But I just find it's like I don't. There's a good putt. Set. Okay, we're going for the 4 putt. Here we go. So we're not in Shanksville. We're in. We're gonna try to get one close. So 5 feet would be about that. So that's about 5. Okay. I'm trying to give myself a little something to think about. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that, right? Like I have to give myself something to look at. Short train ride. I don't think the train gets out of the station though, is the question. All right, I can already tell you this course would drive me nuts. This looks like Florida, with water everywhere. All right, so we're gonna try this 2 iron. 2 iron, here we go. Hit that pretty good, but got that left club path today. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's fire it up. So we don't like the swing, so we're gonna have to play over here. How far is that? About 100. So I'm gonna try to hit this corner. About 100. So even though this is a short swing, we can still do it. So I'm even going to play a little more left. So just playing out. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Tom. You can do that. I mean, anytime you have lines, that's why I like the perfect putting mat, because it has all those lines. I like this, I like the small cups on them too, because you can work on, but you can set up training aids, all that stuff, which, if we're working on putting indoors, you can do that. I just, you can work on alignment, but then, like, I just find, like, I'm not very precise, right? Like, I'm trying to, when I'm putting in real life, it's like, all right, hey, I'm going to hit this spot, roll the ball right here. Here, it's like, all right, just roll it down this strip. And I don't know. I've not seen a whole lot of benefit from any of the sims. I haven't seen a whole lot of benefit from any of the sims of, like, this makes you a better putter. I had Foresights, I've had TrackMan, I have X-Putt too, like, right? Like, that is a dedicated, sit there. Okay, good shot. I've been hitting those shots really good of late. That's a dedicated putting simulator, and it works good. I love it. But again, it's just, I think there's just so much to putting of, like, hey, I'm going to, I'm just going to do my, I don't know. I guess you can do some, with the X-Putt, I do think the distance drills can work, but the problem is you don't have anything around you, right? Like, putting is about taking in everything. Like, you ever hear Tiger Woods talk about putting? We got an 8 iron here. I did not hit that very good. Don't bounce in the water. You ever hear him talk about putting or chipping even? He's like, he always talks about how he takes in everything. He's taken in the entire environment, seeing the hills, and, it's just, that's a big part of it. It's a big part of it, and you can't get it. Now, chipping, for whatever reason, I do find can be good. Especially, I've been enjoying it with this software because the shots seem to work. A little 11-yarder. The shots seem to work how I would expect them. Like if I hit it and I kind of stab it and it jumps, you know, like it seems to work pretty good. Like it does what I thought it would do. So, you know, that's it. Thank you, Jim. We got off the bogey train. Are we on? Although some of those bogeys are from 7 putting as we figure this out. So, you know, it's all of that, right? All right, so here we go. We got a driver out. I mean, either way, I'm not hitting it really good right now either, too. So that's an issue. So what I want to do is we want to take a look at this one. Okay, so we're fired up. That is so far right. Is there water? No, I'm left of the water. Ugh. All right. So we got to take a look at this as we go. So here we go. Let's take a look at that swing as I just lost it. So here we go. Let's go ahead. Oh, I think I missed it. I must have caught myself talking. All right, we'll do the next one. Next one it is. All right. So here, take your medicine, get out. I'm gonna, even if I gotta play backwards. So let's just get it out there, 65, 70 yards. Probably got to hit it more like 100 because I'm in the long grass. And just kind of chop it out, and I'll have a short shot in. You got to just do it, and, you know, again, this is why you want a wedge game. You know, if you're driving it terribly, I'm also going to make an adjustment off the tee. Let's go. This should be a 60, but I'm just not getting the ball there. Like, I'm just not hitting it very far right now. So we're going to try it. We're going to try to drive it in there a little bit. I hit it good. Oh, now I get it there. Bite back. Oh. So this is where I missed the gimme circle. The other thing too is, well, let's try it for video's sake. Why not? I use the RCT ball just to show people. You don't putt with them 8 feet. Let's see. So that's going to be like here somewhere. It's a flat putt. So just show you to putt with the RCT ball. It typically doesn't work. Okay, and that was true with that's not just the RCT ball. Like if you use the dots, you're not supposed to putt with the dots either. So don't know exactly why that is, but it just doesn't work. Let's see. Although it doesn't work there either. So let's see. Let's try it again. Yeah, RCT is not going to, just don't think it's going to go. Let's see if that T was causing us a problem. Heyo. Heyo. We get the speed dialed in. Might work. So I do find too, you have to be very conscious of like what's out there. Now, to be fair too, my setup is not, it's not perfect for putting, right? Like I don't set this up for putting. If I was going to, like when I had a studio and we'd have people come rent it and play, we would, what I had was a platform, right? So everything was on one level. The ball rolled. It didn't have, I probably have, I think I might have another turf somewhere so I could like finish that out. I probably could do it all the way back. I just don't, you know, again, it's something we don't do. So I'm not worried about it. And like, even when we had putting, like the people that would come over and play, like buddies and stuff, they don't want to putt. And they don't putt at, like when we go to a simulator place either. Like they don't like to putt. So, so I'm not really going to worry about it. I do want to get that this swing on tape. So par 5 driver, that was closer. Still not great. I'm getting under it, so I already know because I'm getting under it. Like you can see, angle of attack slightly up, but path left. That's gross for me because I try not to do that. So we'll load up our swing. Let's take it back to another swing. Let's go ahead and take a look. So obviously a little small in here for the driver, but you can see that club shaft coming down is steep. When you see the club shaft coming closer to the left arm, especially with the driver, that's no bueno. That's no good. Interesting, Brad. I'll have to check that. I'll see if I can do that on the next one. That's why I like doing these. We all learn stuff. So Brad's saying, if you're not seeing it, Brad's saying that if his, is that on GS Pro, Brad? That it doesn't switch to putting mode? All right, we got 285 while we wait. What we got? 200-ish. So I could go for it. I can't get there, so no need to take a risk of hitting a wild shot. Again, out of the rough, we just need to advance it. 195, 200. As we go. So Brad said, yeah, that's in GS Pro. So all right, and I'm assuming that's on the other screen with all the numbers and all that I got to check, right? So let's lay it up. 4-iron here. We're going to lay this one up. So there's my left club path. So how would I fix it now, knowing what my swing does? And this is why I like kind of playing with the camera running as we go. I should flip it, but I didn't, so it covers more ground in the screen. But that's all right. You can see what you need to see. Let's see, 95. That'll be a sand wedge for me. Okay, thanks, Brad. Yeah, I'll check it here. Hopefully we hit one on the green here, and then we'll check it. 95 uphill, lie to the left, so that means the ball is slightly above my feet. Only a degree, shouldn't actually do much. Downhill lie slightly, so that should be pretty okay. So we're going to hit a 100-yard shot because it's slightly uphill. Hit that one good. Hope it's not deep. Bite back all the way. Oh. So again, my big thing, and we've talked about it in the past, is pick a number. You know, if you're going to hit a wedge, or any shot really, get it in your head like, hey, I'm trying to hit it this number, and see what you get. So I'm pulling this up. Here's our numbers. Putting mode is engaged. So I'm going to keep this on. I've got another monitor here that I'm going to keep this on. So I'll be monitoring that as we go. I want to make sure I can still see you guys. Jim, yeah, I am. And I don't plan on switching. Irons, wedges, putter, love them. I did switch out of the woods. I had the fairway wood and the driver. For me, they're good clubs. They just, it just didn't come off great. Didn't come off, like, I just felt like I was leaving a little on the table. Okay, so 5-footer RCT ball here. Okay, there we go. I mean, terrible putt, but sweet. So we'll just keep watching that. Maybe that's where I've been getting wrong. I'm not sure. So I've got my numbers on the side here. So there we go. So yeah, I do have the irons. Yeah, Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Brad. I actually, Black Friday or Cyber Monday, there's actually been some decent monitor deals. Like, I don't know if they're actually decent because they're not great. So, yeah, Jim, there's the irons I have. Love them. I went there and said, hey, I want irons that, play. I need help hitting the ball lower. I hit the ball pretty high. So, those helped. And then also, we had um, what did I had? I put a heavier shaft in it too. I need to think this 3-wood. I absolutely love this club. I'm going to hit it here because we got two like 50-ish to the end. So this goes right around that. As I say that, I hit it pulled like crazy. I love this club. I actually had to get a new driver. Well, I think we're going to have to just pitch out. You all are getting like a wedge class here today. Not even a class because we're not even hitting it good. Just you're going to see a lot of wedges hit today. The way I'm hitting the ball. But yeah, I I don't know what happened, but I was playing a tournament with a buddy, and and I usually can hit it by him. Oh, we're close, but I usually hit it by him a little bit. That came out a little fast. And what we noticed was like on the third hole, this was my ping. I had a ping 425, whatever the last 420. I don't remember. 425, I think it was. The head was cracked, and so because the head was cracked, I was hitting like 30 degrees of launch. Like I was hitting at like 200 yards, super spinny. It was crazy. So I went to the 3-wood, and that 3-wood, I bombed it all day. I was behind everybody, but I mean, I didn't miss a fairway. I was doing as good as I could. I think I shot 74, and I mean, I was having to play. People were playing from like 120, and I'm playing from like 200. So I take that as a win. This is a sand wedge out of the rough. Got to make sure you have enough to clear the water. So even that was a little close. Got to make sure you have enough to clear the water. So we've switched to putting mode. That's good. So that's something I see that, we talk about fairway versus rough, right? Fairway versus rough lies. If I'm in the rough there, you have to take more club. You have to take more club. You have to, I don't have to necessarily get to the green, but, you have to look at where the water is, and you got to pay attention too. Is that slope going to slope back into the water? Because if it does, then I need to cover that too. And then I need a little bit of room for a wiggle. Maybe you hit it high on the face. Maybe it just comes out dead. You're making your best guess. Sometimes you get the flyer and you're in the back bunker. That's what makes the rough the rough. So, you got to play for that. In here, it's pretty consistent, where it's like it just knocks a little bit off, but not always. A little 8-footer here. Oh, not bad though. You can see I rolled it. I rolled it about 10, and the greens were fast. So that was, again, the RCT ball. So that's good to know because I hate changing them. So appreciate that, Brad. 164. By the way, we're going to do 9 today because we're doing a putting round. So I don't, it's just a, takes a little longer. Let's just say that. 164. 164. I've got a 7-iron. Hit it good. But bunker time. I've never been like more excited to hit it in the bunker. Because I love this thing. This thing, I was like unsure of it at first. I'm like, oh, it's just a carpet or whatever. But like the way it is and the way the ball sits in it and the type of carpet it is, it actually is like really sweet. So I like this thing. I have the code in it scrolling, by the way. If you want to check it out, you get a discount with that. So we got a 16 yarder. This is a pretty standard bunker shot. You know, one in real life, like you're never going to be great out of bunkers. Even pros, like 50-60% out of a bunker up and down is good. Most people, if you're just getting them on the green, you're doing good. So I open the face, I square up my stance, I might even close my stance. You can open it, you're going to not get a lot of pressure on the ball. The only time I ever really do that is if I really need to cut one out of a bunker, which is very rare. Very rare. So we got a 16 yard. I put my weight forward, keep the chest moving, and pop it out. You can see I chunked that one. I chunked that one, and it worked out kind of good. So that's good. We want that. We want it. If you don't hit it good, I chunked it and kind of hit it like off the toe. So that's kind of the situation where it's like, all right, I'm coming over or across it more. All right, let's see, chip. Again, I really like the chipping on this. So how am I playing these chips? We're letting this one release a little bit. Release a little bit. What do we got? 12 yards. I'm going to try to land it 8, maybe 9, and let it release. So open face and just pivot the body. Try to make ball first contact, and because I'm going higher, it should land softly as it goes. So not bad. I carried it 7, so the 8 number was correct as we go. All right, last one we'll do today. And again, if you got questions, you got comments, you know, let me know. And we'll do this every Sunday. Every Sunday gets me up, ready to go. I'm going to hit 3-wood because you know what? Why not? Let's hit driver. Let's hit driver. We're swinging it terribly, but it's pretty wide open. I've been missing it right, and there's another fairway to the right, so, oh well. If you hit it over there, that's all right. That was better. I mean, it's not crushed. At least I got a club path for a draw. Oh, we're going to get a fairway bunker shot. So I've been trying this out as well. Oh, this is like the ultimate, like, I have no idea what's going to happen. So here we go. All right, so here's what happens with a bunker shot. A fairway bunker shot, I'm not like, you know, we're going to see. We're going to see how this works. The ball sits up. It's going to come out a little slower, so I always take an extra club for that. The other thing is, and actually this is why I like this mat, is it's sitting up. The mat is like a ½ inch off the ground, which when you're hitting a bunker shot, you dig in, you know, a quarter to a ½ inch. Fairway bunker's not digging in a ton, but you dig in slightly. So you need to choke up a little bit to offset that. So that's the same thing here. I have to choke up to work on the bunker. So here we go. We're going to try that. I've got a 6 iron. I'd normally hit an 8 iron here. I've taken 2 more, and again, mainly because I'm hitting out of the water, or trying to hit over the water. Hit it good. I got it clean off the mat. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, like if I hit it that clean, 155 carry, yeah, I hit it way right, but that actually worked pretty good. That worked pretty good, I feel like. So, very interesting and cool device. They did a good job with it. 42, not a bad shot. Got some green to work with. I got to land it about, I don't know, 38 out of the rough. So again, always it's downhill, so it should run a little. We're coming in from a fuller shot, so you have a little more stopping power because of that. So let's see. Go in. Oh. So you can see like that. That's pretty much what I would expect. It's got me in chip. So what I want to do is let's try a putt. let's try a putt from this. So I was saying too, like my second monitor here is not touchscreen. I have touchscreen on the top. I can't find this touchscreen anymore. It's like a ViewSonic. It was very inexpensive. It's not great, but it works for this, right? There's a Dell one that's on a special. It's like 24 inches though, but I think I'm gonna probably end up getting that. Just to have another touch screen, so I have my second one. So if I get this situation, I have to get a mouse out right now for that. And I'm trying to avoid that as we go. But saw some deals. I didn't see any real good technology deals. This is a putt from the fairway. So let's see. I'm trying to see if it'll work. Is really it. So yeah, you know, it's. I probably got to pick the club too, huh? No, I don't. Yeah, I do. So I've got to pick my club. Oh yeah, Jim, you're right in my neighborhood. I think it's worth the drive, even if you just go get fit. You know, it's a good like 2-hour drive or whatever. I think it was like an hour. I think it was a little over an hour for me from here. I think it's worth to go just get fit. They do that for free. All right, I got it on putter now. I did not have it on putter before. So this is where I think, I'm not sure. And if Brad, if you're still there, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this, can you putt it from the fairway? Right, putting mode. Okay. Will it let me do it? There we go. I think I just needed to see it. I think sometimes too, like the way the putter goes through would affect it. So we got our answer. That's interesting, Brad. I got to look at that. Are those expensive? An IR, what did you say? An IR bezel. I'm gonna look into that. Okay, cool, Brad. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just a little bit of things here and there, but it is nice to see. I haven't been paying attention to it if it works, if it gives me my numbers on the interface for the putting, but that would be interesting too. So cool. All right, so Sunday round there. We got we just kind of messing around today with the putting, not playing my round. Okay, thanks, Brad. Brad's going to post a link to what's called an IR bezel. If I'm pronouncing that right, yeah, IR bezel, to make any TV a touchscreen. That's pretty sweet. So keep an eye on that. And then if you have questions, anything like that, please let me know. Again, like doing this on Sundays, it gets me up playing. I just burned 300 calories playing for 36 minutes. So, you know, I'm a bigger guy, so I need that, but, you know, gets us out doing that as well. So we'll have our live show tomorrow. Going to be working on some swing stuff. Going to be talking about that. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about practice routines, how I'm getting better. So I've been kind of playing and stuff. Swing gets sloppy when you're playing and not working on your swing. So I'm going to be getting back into that, and we'll go from there. So 8 over on that 9, not bad for having, I think I had a 6 putt. And I had a couple of 3 putts for sure, at least 3 putts. So not bad, although I was hitting it like terrible. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great Sunday. We will see you if it's raining where you're at, like here. Get in your sim, go play. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.